Alright, welcome everyone. This is my first video. You might be wondering why is this guy's audio so bad? Well, it's because I'm using my headphones microphone. Maybe I'll buy a mic in the future, we'll see. But yeah, so welcome to the first actual tradable week of the year. We're looking at Nasdaq over here. So yeah, let's begin. So going on to the monthly chart for all you position traders, we've had a monthly MSS over here and an imbalance formed. Okay, over here. Oh, over here. So I'd like to see price tap into here before it expands even higher if it even wants to. But yeah, this is for the monthly. I'm not really going to talk too much about it. You know, this can be previous monthly low and a fair value gap over here. This could be very good confluence, right? For buys, and then you'd look for confirmation, and you know, for an MSS, and then fair value gap entry, and then yeah, that's that. Now moving on, weekly chart. On the weekly, we've had an MSS with an imbalance over here and an imbalance over here. Okay, let's remove this for now, and this too. Yeah, so let's remove this one. Fuck's sake. So what did price do? Went up, corrected back down, and brought up again. Now, when we're looking at all-time highs, what do we look for? We look for high time frame confirmation. What does that mean? If we want to know when we're going to sell, we'd have to look at least a daily market structure shift, such as the following. Over here, this was the all-time high, and this was the daily MSS. What happened? Daily candle close under this MSS, which formed this imbalance, and price retraced up to this level on inside the imbalance or fair value gap, or whatever you want to call it, and it sold. So this would have been a very solid selling area, or PDRA, or POI, whatever you want to call it. I call it PDRA. So yeah, you could have found opportunities to sell from here. You know, go on to the hourly, just off the top of my head, see two fair value gaps, right? So when you have, okay, rule of thumb, at least based off of my experience, when you have two huge fair value gaps, this one, like the closer one, respectively speaking, like if we're talking buys or sells, whatever, bearish or bullish, the closer one, like, is going to get filled, okay? And then this one would either get filled or get respected, and then you can use this as a PD array, right? Or POI, whatever you want to call it, and this would prompt sells, and that's what happened. You know, had maybe over here, boom, boom. Yep, see 4 hour. Yeah, see 4 hour fair value gap. Down to the hourly. MSS, body candle close, correction, boom, sold. Or over here, could have sold from here. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Or even if you go into the 15-minute, could have found an entry over here. Corrects back up. Yeah, see, off the top of my head, let's just see. Down, close, goes back up. Yeah, see, let's say, let's take this as internal MSS, fair value gap, right? Let's see, OTE. Yeah, very nice. So you would have sold, see, 0.79 level of fib aligns almost directly with the MT of this fair value gap. So what you could have done is this, you know, stops above the highs and just rode it out, maybe down to here, because that's where it would target, I would assume. So that's a solid 1 to 3 almost. Very, very good trade, I'd say. Anyways, enough yap. Let's move on. Yeah, so back to the daily. What happened? So after this, MSS, boom, sold, we formed a fair value gap. Now, did this fair value gap do anything for us? Does it mean anything? What does it mean? Well, it means that it's a POI, it's a PD array. I'd look at this as either a target or whatever. So the reason why I'm buying at this level is due to the following. We had a 4-hour MSS, okay, and a fair value gap over here, right? So I think, so what you could do is, sorry, what I'm going to do, this is not financial advice. What I can do is, once price reaches this area, instead of immediately buying from here, we would go to 5-minute or the 15-minute even. So this is the area we're talking about. And I would look for something along the lines of this. So it would go down, up, down, whatever, just classic price movements. Okay, then down. So in usual cases, you would just buy from here. But what I would do is I would MSS over here. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, and then let's say if this was valid, it would go up, form a fair value gap, say over here. So to tap into it, and we'll buy. What would I target? The daily fair value gap, which is this one. Oh, which is this one. Okay, now you may ask, why did I do all of this? Why didn't I just buy over here? Because this is a classic setup. See, you have an MSS, a fair value gap, and it aligns with 0.62 of OTE, 0.62 level OTE, which is the magic level of OTE. Well, it's because I wanted to see these lows swept first. Okay, that's why. So another possibility is it could go down, sweep these lows, and then buy. Or go down and then buy from here. Now the reason why I say it would buy from here is because when you go to the daily chart, what is this? It's a daily order block. So essentially, the PD array is the daily order block. So I would say this setup would be valid. So the daily order block prompted buys up to maybe this level. So what we would be looking at would be this, and then stops of below this candle. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, so what ICT would do is he would place his stop loss either below this candle or the candle below that. See, it's a very huge difference in RR. but yeah, whatever. Let's call it 1 to 2.7. Okay, or a 1.7, 1 to 7. So yeah, I'm probably going to, you know, wait for confirmation before I actually buy. But yeah, so you can use, sorry, I can use this IOFED. An IOFED is basically a fair value gap entry. An IOFED stands for Institutional Order Flow Entry Drill, right? So I can use this IOFED as a PD array and wait for confirmation and then buy. Let me reiterate. I can use this fair value gap entry, 4-hour fair value gap entry, as a POI, wait for a change of character or a market structure shift, and then buy. Okay? So that is basically my analysis. At the end of the week, I'll show my trades, and yeah, have a blessed week. Stay safe and just stay blessed.